Welcome to Where Is, a series where I talk about games that haven't really released on the current generation of consoles that I've played in the past that I think is deserving of a sequel, prequel, or a reboot. On today's episode, we ask the question, where's Dragon Dogma? Dragon's Dogma is a great game where you play as this Arisen you embark on a journey to retrieve your heart stolen by a dragon. Fighting countless enemies and monsters along the way, Dragon Dogma is a great game. Dragon Dogma is basically Dark Souls with open world meets Shadow Colossus. Now it's not as difficult as like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, but the game is also not easy like a Skyrim or a Dragon Age. It's open world, but it also has that Shadow Colossus mechanic to it. This game is unique in the world of RPGs with a lot of great features like the ability to summon your friends' pawns. What are pawns, you ask? Pawns are NPCs that follow you throughout your journey. Now there are three in the party that accompany you with your main character. The player can issue orders to them like go, help, come. Just your basic, your basic orders for your companions. One of the three is created by you. The other two can be borrowed from your friends online. Meaning the pawns your friends create for themselves can be brought into your world, and when they go back to your friends' world, they bring something from you to your friends. Kind of like, hey, thanks for the service, thank you. Now, what also makes this game unique in the RPG genre is Shadow Colossus like feature, where you can climb on top of any enemy in the game and fight certain and then just fight them and like that. You can climb on top of the enemies and fight them. Even certain fights like with chimeras, you can climb on to each individual part of the chimera, killing a part, and then moving on to the next part of the animal that makes up the chimera itself. So what does that mean? Say a chimera is basically a combination of different animals. In this game, it's a lion, a goat, and a snake. So if you attack the goat part of the body it dies out. It's just the lion and the snake part, and just keep going at it one after the other. It's a great feature. I think it's really amazing. It is very unique. The game has probably the best dragon fight in all of gaming. Not just RPGs, in all of gaming. There is no game with a better dragon fight than Dragon's Dogma. It's interesting, it's fun. There's dialogue, there's different phases to it, and then the fact that you can actually climb onto the dragon and fight it is just great. This is a great game, well deserving of a sequel, and hopefully, if it gets a sequel, Capcom, evolves what is already there and increases like customization, make romance options of the game be more like that of The Witcher, Mass Effect, and Dragon Age. And Dragon's Dogma is kind of like Skyrim, where you can pick a partner, but that's just basically where it ends. There's nothing special about it. That person just now lives with you. So it's not like a real romance option. If you're gonna have, this is what I said about Skyrim. If you're gonna have a romance option, go all the way with it, or just don't have it at all. You don't have it in the game, or actually have a legit, romance option like that of Witcher and Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Also, more monsters, bigger battles, more detailed story. That's all I want from a new Dragon's Dogma. I think it'd be great. Capcom did say they do want to do a sequel, but it's been like 4 years since the actual game has released, so you haven't seen anything yet. Maybe at this year's E3 we will. I don't know. I really hope we do. This is a great game. It's a very underrated game. If you never played Dragon's Dogma, you owe it to yourself to pick it up if you're into RPGs. If you play games like Skyrim, if you play games like The Witcher, if you play games like Dark Souls, you owe it up to yourself to pick up this game and play it. It's worth the try. It's worth the experience. It's a great game. It's old, so you can get it for cheap. I do recommend buying it, and I really do hope we do get a sequel or a prequel. I don't really care as long as this is Dragon's Dogma, as long as it's out on all platforms, not exclusive to Japan, not exclusive to Xbox, not exclusive to PS4, on all consoles and all countries that can play the game. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week.